putting on. Everywhere I go, I'm putting on. Putting on. What you want?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player, if you're a guy who's playing a lot? Do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you've played more than 8 years, yes, you need rest. If you're a young player, such as Freak, you don't need rest.
No, you may have players coming back from midseason injuries, but you need to get them back into the flow. But you got to get your playoff game face on. And you know who had the best game face playoff?
Alonzo.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle team. At small forward, Jeremy Grant. At the other forward position, Zach Watkins. At shooting guard, Zach Levine. At the other forward position, Kristaps Porzingis. At center, Karl Anthony Towns. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford. At shooting.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Dallas Mavericks, they come in off the loss to the Indiana Pacers. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Well, that's got to wear on you.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. They've got Levine. Towns is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Grant, and it's Watkins in at the point guard. Here's Levine. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz, that's for sure. To the paint, here's Towns, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure, you're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
On defense, Dallas. Levine passes to Porzingis. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Porzingis has got 5. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Screen by Howard. Johnson from outside. Johnson missing again. For Seattle, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Porzingis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Johnson.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Seattle shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And here are the Mavericks now. 7-point differential. Here's Hill. Drops one in from the wing. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Watkins. He's guarded by Hill. The dish to Levine. Seattle missing again.
Well, they finally missed on their 4th shot of the game. That's a good way to start things off.
And the basket by Johnson.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Hill drives in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Watkins kicks it to Towns. Grant dishes to Towns. Pass to Porzingis from the baseline. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Porzingis has got 7.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Here's Mirotic. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Grant the pass to Watkins. And no good. His first shot of the night missing. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Mirotic sets the screen for Hill. Passes it to Frank. Takes a 3. And Mirotic kicks to Hill. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Grant the pass to Watkins. He feeds it to Towns. Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Levine. Wide open shot is on the money. Levine's got his first points of the game. And so for Seattle, their last game, a loss to the Utah Jazz.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. For Seattle, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. To the inside. And stolen by Mirotic. Frank, he's covered by Grant. Towns with the steal. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Hill after the basket by Seattle. Johnson for 3. Dallas again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Comes up empty down low.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. He has 7.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Rick Carlisle. I asked him if he had a plan for all the speed he'll be up against, and he told me a key would be transition defense, saying speed shows up most in the transition game, and we feel if we take that away from them, we have a major advantage. Back to you guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Coleman's checked in for Seattle. For Seattle, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
And Towns drops them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Out to the right wing. Dishes it to Mozgov. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. No one covering. Mavericks trail by 4. There's a good screen. The drive by Hill. Kept alive. Stokes misses from short range.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Here's Towns. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Towns has got 8 points. Outside Hill. To the middle. Here's Stokes. Can't get it to go. Seattle leading by 4. Ellis the pass to Watkins. Back to Ellis. Here's Coleman. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most votes in the last month of the NBA. You take a look at Hill. He does a great job inside, one of the top rebounders in the league.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just good ones.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
To the left side wing. Here's Towns. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. That's 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Timeout. Start it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
That was your Mavericks dancers. Give them a round of applause, fans.
So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 4. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Pick up by Hill. Stokes dishes to Mozgov. Clock at 6. Pass to Stokes. And another shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Towns. 3rd in rebounding, 5th in blocks. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
Tell you what, man, he has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim, and he goes after it. That's why he's one of the best rebounders in the game.
And both free throws good from Stokes. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Ellis penetrating. To the paint. Coleman, the pass to Towns. Shoots from 8. Mozgov grabs the board. The Mavericks trailing. Hill kicks to Mozgov. Ellis on the double team. Here's Ribas. Dallas no good that time either. And Seattle shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Inside. Now here is Hill. D right on him. That ties it up. Hill's got 8 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The pass to Cassell. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Hill. 26 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
And it's Seattle with the ball. After the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Here's Cassell. No good on the 3. Here's Ribas. This one for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
On the court for Seattle, they've got Porzingis. He's out there with Grant, and it's Levine in at the 2. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Dallas. Howard's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The feed to Johnson. From past the arc. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
That drops. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Here's Levine. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Porzingis passes to Levine, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
That evens the score.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Jacks up a 3. Porzingis can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Mirotic has a wide-open look. From the top of the key, he buries it. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. From the arc. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Poked away. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Grant. Drops in the layup for 2.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Dallas leading by 4. Mirotic, a screen on Grant. Feeds it to Mirotic. Here's Ribas. Pass to Frank. Here's Howard. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And Tavius Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Seattle. Clock is at 3. For the 3. And he gets it to go.
There in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Pass to Porzingis. Plenty of space. And he drops that one in.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Howard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Indiana.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
And it's Seattle with the ball, following the miss by Nikola Mirotic.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
There's the dish to Howard. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Watkins. The offensive rebound.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
On the wing, Johnson. He dishes it to Mirotic. Fades and shoots. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Mavericks leading by 3. Stojic. He's covered by Cassell. Stokes inside. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Towns. Right wing. All alone. That's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Hill. 8 points for him. And there's the foul against Seattle. To the right side. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
What a game we've seen here for Hill. He's got 8 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And it's Seattle with the ball. 6-point game. Coleman, the pass to Towns. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Now here's Johnson. He has 5. And it's Hill penetrating. From 13 feet, it goes down. Hill's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here is Hill. There's the pick. Here's Stojic. Seattle grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
That's good. Ellis has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Dishes to Mozgov. Outside Hill. Steps back and shoots. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Ellis outside. Out to the right wing. He's guarded by Johnson. To the wing on the left. Ellis outside. Towns, the pass to Cassell. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
And Seattle making a change here. And there's the pass to Mozgov. Hill left side. Beyond the arc. That's good. Hill's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Towns gets it to go.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
59 seconds left here in the second. Dallas leading by 6. There's a good screen. Hill up top. He's got 16. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Mozgov. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And Seattle making a change here. Seattle trails by 6. Cage passes to Ellis. Towns with it. Stokes there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
And the dunk by Towns.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Hill, and it's blocked. Here's Cage. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, how about that first half? He's already scored more points than he averages on the season.
Yeah, he's on pace for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
They've got Howard. Mirotic out there with Johnson. Then there's Hill, and it's Frank in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here is Hill. Passes it to Frank. He feeds it to Mirotic. The 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Watkins passes to Porzingis. Can't get it to go. And it's Dallas the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Right wing. Pass to Watkins. Pass to Porzingis. The feed to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And this gives us a chance to check out some league leaders, the top passing big men since we've entered the season's second half. 5th, Karl-Anthony Towns.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there, who also has vision and an excellent basketball IQ.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. And Mirotic kicks to Johnson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fades back, and there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Howard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. And Seattle's shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Over 1.5 minutes into the third quarter of action.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Levine dishes to Towns. Feeds to Levine. No good on the 3. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Mavericks leading by 9. Hill passes to Frank. Screen by Howard. The dish to Johnson. Inside, Towns with the steal.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Porzingis. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now just a 5-point Dallas lead. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Howard, good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
You look at George Hill, he's really been playing well.
We need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Seattle trails by 7. And it's sent back by Howard. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Seattle 2-1.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Watkins passes to Towns. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Ribas. He's covered by Grant. Shoots from the elbow, but they'll get another chance. And here's Johnson outside, and he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Mirotic. Towns with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Nice work there coming off the screen. Levine's got 9.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many. Open looks like that.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss. These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Dishes to Howard. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Grant kicks to Towns. Out left to the wing, Watkins. And it's Seattle with another.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Ditto that. I mean, things have really been turned up.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Dallas calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Johnson. And Seattle also making a change. Cassell's checked in. The Mavericks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Mozgov, a screen on Cassell. Down low. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Here's Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Shoots off the screen. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. And Howard has it in the corner. Here's Mirotic. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And now a 5-point Maverick lead. The pass to Watkins. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Here's Ribas. 8 points for him. Passes it to Frank. Mirotic dishes to Howard. Here's Ribas. Screen by Howard. Stolen away. Here's Cassell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. There's a screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
And so here is Dallas. 3-point lead. Offensive rebound. Here's Stokes. Banked in off the glass. Stokes has got 10 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Levine. 9 points in the game so far. and too long on the shot.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
They set the screen. Here's the floater. As it goes out of bounds, Mavericks retain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Seattle trails by 5. Pass to Cage. Back to Ellis. To the wing right side. Out to the wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. Sinks the three-pointer.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Here's Mozgov. Seattle able to drain the 3. He dishes it to Hill. Mozgov drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here is Hill. He's got 16. The putback stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Poke loose. Here's Stokes, and he dunks it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Mavericks leading by 4. The drive by Hill, and Ellis with the block. And Mirotic kicks to Hill, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Hill's got 18 points in the game.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the basket by Seattle. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. High arcing shot. Stokes. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 14 points for him.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
That one goes. Count it.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
And it's Hill penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Off the inbound. Kicks it out to Johnson. No good on that last second.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Seattle trails by 5. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Seattle, Porzingis is out there with Grant. Then there's Towns, and it's Watkins in at the point. Now here is Hill. Screen by Howard. Hill passes to Johnson. It's back to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson in the corner from outside the arc. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead. Just outstanding. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Towns dishes to Grant. The pass to Watkins. Back to Grant, out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain fade, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
Passes it to Frank. Johnson kicks to Hill. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Seattle trails by 5. Towns, the pass to Watkins. An easy 2 points on the layup.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Dallas has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Towns comes with a double team. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Hill kicks to Johnson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the first one at the line is good. Mirotic is checked in for the Mavericks. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Seattle trails by 6. And it's blocked by Mirotic. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And it's Seattle with the ball. Screened by Grant. All sorts of time. Bullseye.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Outside Hill. Towns comes with a double team. No good with the triple.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Here's Porzingis, covered by Mirotic. Grant against Hill. To the middle. Here's Mirotic, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Watkins. Towns kicks to Grant. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Now here's Towns. He's guarded by Howard. The feed now to Levine. Ball's knocked loose.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Towns, the pass to Porzingis, and he gets it to go. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
Here's Levine. He's guarded by Hill. Porzingis passes to Towns. Here's Porzingis. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
Now that's
finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Dallas calls timeout.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Seattle trails by 5. Levine passes to Porzingis. Towns dishes to Levine. He kicks it to Towns. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Watkins passes to Grant. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big shot. As soon as he got it, he let it fly.
Howard setting the pick for Hill. Snatched away. Here's Levine. Pass to Watkins. He feeds it to Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Hill. Mavericks leading by 3. Johnson right side to stop the drought. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Johnson.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Towns kicks to Levine. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Johnson outside. Pass to Howard. Some solid defense from Grant.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Towns, the pass to Porzingis, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher.
Here's Howard, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Tremendous output from Howard. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Coleman's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Here's Levine. He's guarded by Hill. Levine passes to Porzingis. Seattle needs to get off the shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Mavericks leading by 5. Feeds to Hill. Screen by Howard. The drive by Hill. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Frank. Off target from outside.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down. Down for them here in the fourth. Screen by Howard. The drive by Hill. And it's by Howard.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
.136 left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. One-on-one fast break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 1. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Hill dishes to Howard. Hill kicks to Howard. And Johnson now top of the key. Dallas no good that time either.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Coleman the pass to Towns. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Howard. The dish to Hill. To the paint. Here's Johnson. And it's Seattle with the rebound. To the left wing. Levine kicks to Towns. Watkins passes to Coleman. Misses the three. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Johnson. Buries it.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
23 seconds left in the game. And the pass to Watkins. It falls.
You know, they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Outside Hill. Screen by Howard. Hill drives in, but he stays with it. Shot is good. But it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And don't start the celebration just yet. They're going to have a second look at the replay monitor and see if it got in. This one's over if the original ruling of a basket stands. But we'll see.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are saying, Greg, from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here, so they're making sure they got it right.
And no, the basket is waved off. Clark, the game is over.
And how heart-wrenching do you think that is?
Wow.
I mean, you've just nailed a fantastic buzzer beater, and then the rug gets pulled out from under you when the call gets turned the other way.
Oh, what heartbreak. So a close game sees Seattle taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan player of the game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.